Hello there, fellow Whovians, and once again welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review. For today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the 7th Doctor and Axis Strike Squad Dalek set. Once again, we have this really nice packaging which the character options team have started using on these new sets now. Absolutely glorious packaging. Can't get enough of this packaging. Really works very nicely, and this can work on anything relating to Doctor Who when it comes to figures nowadays. Few differences to the 8th Doctor set. So we've got the 3 Daleks here, and Leela and Romana and K9 and another character from the Gallifrey 6 series. Don't know much about this because I never listened to it. Got Big Finish logo, character options logo, story that it's from. Inside you've got the figures themselves. Can't believe that we've got this. It's still quite a shock. Got the 7th Doctor's face from his title sequence. We've got 2 images of the figures there, and we've got a bio about the story and a picture of the CD cover, which you also can see on the side. So overall, once again, really nice packaging for this set. Now, let's crack this thing open and take a look at the figures outside of the box. So here are the figures out of the box, and there's only one place to start, and it is off the 7th Doctor. Now the 7th Doctor is quite interesting because we have the first brand new variation of this guy for what seems like forever. Obviously we've had the cream jacket variation, which was released almost 10 years ago now, and it was around the same time we got the first variation of the brown jacket, which is his season 26 outfit. Those are more or less the only variations that we've had. We've had the odd re-releases with solemn heads, non-solemn heads, etc. So here is the first new variation of this character for such a long time, and it is supposedly based off his appearance in the 1996 TV movie. Again, a figure much like the Dark Eyes 8th Doctor has been requested by die-hard Whovians such as myself to be released by Character Options, and one which I just gave up all hope for because I thought, nah, we never ever get this. But here we have it in all its glory. Albeit it is not entirely accurate to the TV movie whatsoever. The trousers being one thing, and then just a couple of other minor things such as the head. But for the most part, I'm absolutely thrilled that we have this, and I think that the detail on this particular figure works very nicely, and I'm very happy for this to be our representation of the 7th Doctor from his later years. So let's take a closer look at this. Now the head sculpt is the same head sculpt of what we've seen on most 7th Doctor figures. I think that it looks a lot like Sylvester McCoy. You can't really tell on camera, probably because of the lighting I've got going on right now. It doesn't really do him justice, but trust me, the likeness here is just absolutely spot on. It is one of the best likenesses that Character Options have ever done for their action figure line. As I mentioned, it's the same sculpt as what we've first seen quite a few years ago now. I think it was first seen on the 11th Doctor's set, if I'm not mistaken. The hair is a bit different because it's just been given a bit more of a grey wash to make him look like he is a bit older. So character did try in that regard, even though his hair was differently styled to what we see here. But of course, that probably would have been too much of an ask, as it would have been retooling, and that would have just raised the price of this figure. For what it's worth, I'm just glad with what we've got. I'm really grateful. Of course, the main attraction of this is the costume. He's wearing the costume, which we all know is based off the TV movie costume. It just looks amazing. It's actually a costume which I really do like, because this is a Seventh Doctor without any of the question marks or anything like that going on, and it works very well. The question mark jumper underneath has been painted over in a nice red colour, so no sign of any sculpt of question marks anywhere, which I think is really good that they've done that. The tie, I think, is really good because they've added like the zigzaggy pattern, and it's such a small intricate detail, which I think the character really didn't really need to go to many lengths to do, but well, they did, and I think it really does work. He still has the golden chain, which we've seen on previous Seventh Doctor figures, and he's wearing the little scarf as well, and that has just been painted red as well. The shirt underneath is white. The jacket is, I want to say, like a mustard brown, and I really like it. I think it's amazing. You've got the little details and the buttons here around his cufflinks and the fastener at the back. Now, I did say that the trousers were actually a little bit inaccurate, because if you see pictures from behind the scenes of the Seventh Doctor, as Batman March correctly stated in his review of this set, you'll see that the trousers in that photo look more like striped and green, to me anyway. But you know what? This looks like that a lot of effort has been put into this. You've got what is quite a complex pattern going on here. It's checkered. You've got a light blue, a sort of creamy white, and grey going on here, and it goes all the way around his trousers, and the shoes have been painted grey. So yeah, it's inaccurate, but you know what? I quite like the trousers, so I'm just going to let it slide, and yeah, I'm not really bothered. As I said, I'm just grateful that we've even got a variation of the Seventh Doctor which differs from what we've seen before, and the fact that it is based off the TV movie is great. He's got his handkerchief there as well, which, you know, is part of the sculpt from before. They've painted that red, and it works really well as well. Now, going on for articulation, it is exactly the same. Now, if you've been paying attention to Seventh Doctor figures through the years, then you will know that the head is removable. So if you wanted to put the hatted smiley face head on this figure, then you can do so. So have fun with that. But apart from that, it is what you come to expect with Seventh Doctor figures. The head can do a 360-degree turn, and it is removable, as I've just said. The shoulders can do a 360-degree turn, or the arms can anyway. The biceps can move around, and there's articulation in elbows, at the wrists, in the knees. The legs can move up and down from side to side, and there is articulation in the waist. So overall, one thing that this figure has against the Dark Eyes 8th Doctor figure is that it has overall better articulation, because obviously this base figure is an original release of the 7th Doctor, whereas the base figure for the 8th Doctor is a 9th Doctor, which originally was a much older figure than the original 7th Doctor. Am I really making that much sense? Well, I'm sure that to a few people I am, so if you understood that, then great. And here is what is probably the money shot of this review. We have an evolution of the 7th Doctor through action figures. So, starting with the left, we have the 7th Doctor as seen from season 24 and 25 with a smiley face and his hat. We have the season 26 7th Doctor, which was first released in action figure form in the 11th Doctor sets, and now we have the brand new TV movie-esque version, which I totally love. Just for added bonus, we have the Axis Strike Squad Dalek. I'm not going to go on too much about this Dalek because it's basically the same sculpt as what we've got with the Dalek Interrogator Prime. All the Daleks from this batch of B&M figures are practically the same sculpt. The only difference is the paint application. But that works with things like Daleks, because Daleks come in all sorts of colours through the years, so it's really good for character options to make all of these what seems never-ending variants of different Daleks that we've had throughout the Doctor Who universe. This is based off the Gallifrey audio series. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't know anything about the Gallifrey series, to be honest with you. The only thing I can tell you about this variant of Dalek is it was, I believe, the first new series Dalek to feature on a cover of a Big Finish CD, so it has that piece of history riding on it. And I have got to say, I do like this variation of Dalek. I really love the different washes that we've got. It makes it look like it's dirty, that it's been in battle, and I really like that. I like that it has the black dome at the top. It makes it look like an Emperor Dalek's guard, so it really does stand out from all of the rest. The whisk has been painted silver, so that sort of stands out from the rest of the figure, seeing as what you've got going on is like different shades of gold, different shades of bronze. Obviously a different shade to the normal bronze which we expect on these type of Daleks, but it's all good. It all adds to the variation. I really do like how the gold stands out around the slats as well in the middle. It really works, and the icing on the cake for this, for me anyway, is the matte finish on the hemispheres all around. No sign of paint bleed anywhere. I mean, just look at this. It looks absolutely fantastic. I think character options have done a great job, and again, I like the 7th Doctor. I'm just grateful that we've got something like this. It's something new. The articulation, it is the same what we come to expect with all these Dalek figures. You all know the drill. Head goes all the way around, eye goes up and down, can also go all the way around. Not sure if it's meant to do that, but mine does anyway. Also, as I mentioned before, the eye stalks and these Daleks are really, really rubbery, really, really plasticky. Don't know why, but there you go. The gun and the sucker arm are also ball jointed. So there you have it. That is the Axis Strike Squad Dalek. A really nice Dalek figure yet again. And that's all I've got to say about this set. It is a really good set. Once again, I do recommend that you pick it up, especially if you are a big fan of the 7th Doctor, and if you're a fan of the Gallifrey audio series made by the wonderful Big Finish, and just all 7th Doctor fans everywhere. So thank you very much for watching that. I've really enjoyed reviewing this. Subscribe for more, and I shall see you for more Doctor Who action figure reviews.